Hi, it's Hazel and welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. I am going to do the first of two videos on some recent thrifting that I've done. I attended a town-wide garage sale, which is supposedly the biggest one in Alberta, a couple of weekends ago, and it was, oh my God, it was so hot. The items that you're about to see, I sort of divide, and that wasn't the only place that these items came from. However, because I have mixed them all up, it is going to be harder to remember what came from where. What you're looking at is in fact one of two curtain panels, and you know why. You know why this is here. Number one, this, if you've ever had this sort of a ribbony type of, I don't know, embellishment, whatever, you'll know that it was made by somebody sewing. This is all continuous. So each of these flowers is connected to the other. I didn't measure this, but I would suspect that the panels, each panel is probably about 40 inches or 44 inches wide, because that's sort of standard. I did notice, and of course this is like, okay, first of all, here's the rod casing. And I could, of course, excuse me, remove that stitching. Or I could, number one, I could devote the rest of my natural born life to just working in purple, because it seems I have so much. And Caroline, there is going to be some coming your way. Imagine, well, let me get to the other end of this. Okay, so this is a finished edge because they've wrapped it around and sewed there. Imagine if a person wanted to turn this into a journal cover, and you could even have this built-in little secret pocket on the side here. Now it's, oh, see, I didn't pull out a ruler. Oh, I can't even get to a ruler, but clearly this is bigger than, or wider than, 9 inches or whatever. So maybe it's a tall skinny. However, there are two panels like this, and I've belabored that enough. This isn't going to fit well on, or some of it isn't going to fit well on screen, so I'll maybe just show you parts. Or this is one of those Martha Stewart magazine files, and you know, Martha does some pretty good stuff. Beautiful color. It's got the little metal place for labeling. So when I see these kinds of things, not just her brand, of course, but anything nice, I tend to pick them up, because I'm sure that one day, very, very soon, I will be all organized. And so can you imagine a row of these, excuse me, a row of these on your shelf, neatly labeled and so attractive, even if they don't all match. And so what, the only thing that I would say, if you encounter these in the wild, please make sure that they're not broken or cracked on the seams, because there are a lot of those out there. I don't know why people think that someone wants their broken stuff, especially something like that. I can't remember where I got that. That might have been a Salvation Army thing. I bought a set of 3 of these. Now I do have access to my ruler, so let me pull it out. So they are 6 by 9. Clean as can be. Now there are 3 of them, and they fit into a bigger thing. They had, again, the person used real common sense. They had craft type labels on 2 of them, but they weren't done in such a way that they ruined the surface. So I thought this was a great deal for $5 because we know how much storage containers cost. Now, because it is fabric and a light colored fabric at that, I would be very careful about what I put in here because it wouldn't take much to ruin that inside. So this is the sort of thing that I probably put fabric or lace type things in so that it doesn't get ruined. Now the other thing, I won't even try to get up on the screen because it's too big. But I'll tell you the brand, or maybe I can show you like this. This is sort of vinyl, plasticky. The brand is Joe & Joe Australia. It is also clean, and it's got this rigid edge. So this thing, even though it looks soft and is, you know, soft to some degree, it is not going to collapse on itself because of the way it's made. Okay, so let me, I guess that fabric is fine there. So this first video is going to just be sort of miscellaneous type craft supplies. And then I'll probably do another one on books, I guess. I like buying these chipboard things when I can. Oh, $1.99, and this looks like a Salvation Army price tag. I guess I could be doing this after the fact, hey? I don't know whether you can see because it's tone on tone, but there's a paisley design, so we know that that's a big, that's one of my favorite patterns. Now, sometimes a person buys these things and they're quite warped. I haven't figured out, nor have I tried to figure out how to flatten them out other than just put them under heavy weights for a long time. And to be honest, I haven't checked lately to see if that little strategy is working. I guess just keep in mind that if it is warped, you're going to have some work ahead of you to fix it. One of my very favorite journals, oh yeah, I can see it there across the room, was done on this sort of thing. And maybe, you know, maybe it's time to do a video again on how I use these things. Maybe my technique has changed or evolved since then, but I have to say it is one of the easiest things in the world to use and to do. So I'm just going to be filling this basket beside me with the items as I'm done with them. I don't remember where I got these, but they're pink message pads. And for you youngins out there, back in the day when phones were something that were attached to the wall or sat on the corner of a desk, a receptionist or a secretary would take a message and fill one of these out by hand to give to her employer. And of course, they're cute to use however you would use any other piece of interesting paper. Use it as the basis off a journaling card. Use it as something you just maybe fold or don't fold and tuck into a pocket. Use it as collage fodder. Use it because it's pink. You know, whatever your little heart desires. Now I really didn't need more stamps, but oh, I meant to cover this lady's name up. Let me just reach for a Sharpie. Somebody must have well, this woman obviously identified all her stuff with her name, with like an address label. I'm just crossing all that out. Anyway, so these were grouped at Value Village, 2 for whatever. And so and there were so many to choose from. and typical. You know, you like one and you're ambivalent about the other. This one I think I may already have, but it is versatile and it's lovely, and you know, maybe this one gets listed for sale. I've never seen something like this. And these are all, I'm sure they're all Stampin' Up. This is like a stone staircase and, you know, some distressed, some old building. And here's like a country lane, you know, like this is sort of kind of where I live. So that I thought was unique. This one I thought was cute because I tend to like ones that are peopled. So in this case, it says a good man, and it was probably maybe intended for Father's Day or something. So aren't these cute images? And then of course I love this one. Not that I wanted those sentiments, but tick me, it says bloom with hope. Tick me off. I didn't have the sense to make sure that the most desirable piece is actually in there. So I feel ripped off, and it's nobody's fault but my own. I mean, clearly, you know, some of this is just buyer beware. They are, the people that put these things together don't know or care. So the onus is on me and on you to make sure that we're getting what we pay for, or damn well ask for a price adjustment. So I feel annoyed at myself because that is a peony that I would have loved to have. Anyway, there was a bundle of these 4, well, they're calling them classmate writing pads. I don't even know where those places are. But anyway, it doesn't matter. 80 pages, high quality bond paper, and of course, look at how lovely they are. Now, thank goodness the schools are still teaching kids how to print, because goodness knows they're not teaching them how to write in cursive. And that's a complaint that I have, and I know many of you agree with me on that. Oops. But this, I suspect that these red and blue lines would probably disappear if I tried dyeing these. But they are lovely, even if they aren't dyed. 8 1/4 by 5 and almost 3/4, you know, folded in half, and you've got signature pages that where the lines are actually going the right way. So if you saw a recent, yeah, that one will appear before this one. If you see a video where I'm talking about signatures, you'll know what I will be doing with these very soon, before I put this stuff away. Okay, what else? So I did, as I said, went to that town-wide garage sale. I wasn't the early bird. You know, I had to drive about an hour. I wasn't the first person there. And of course, I didn't go to every single place. In this case, people, I guess, pay for stall space. And they, it's several blocks long in each direction, as well as individuals throughout the town in their own homes. Now, I don't know this town, so I did do some driving around, and I had some luck that way, but there's no way I was able to get to every single location, and nor did I want to. And in many cases, those of us who love doing this and know what we're looking for, you can almost do a drive-by, and if you see that it's all Barbie pink and little strollers and doll stuff, you know, unless you have a grandkid, you probably are just gonna boot it and go on to the next place. Anyway, so these are some sort of trims. Again, did I need this? No, I didn't. But the quantities are such, so it's a yard of each one. You know, kind of just the right amount to add to a particular project, and then you're done with it. So I will either resolve, oh, these are butterflies, a little cute butterfly. Now see, if I was following Caroline's craft tree, I would be throwing this white stuff and maybe this into a basket or a box or something. Why don't I do that right now? I have these little things. And saving them up for a dyeing session. I have loved that series that she did on dyeing. I think it was 4 parts. And basically, as I said to her in the comments, I'm not going to shy away from white stuff. Not that I shy away from much, let's face it. I'm not going to shy away from buying white things, because they are the perfect base for all, like the dyeing that she demonstrated. You honestly, you owe it to yourself to check out those videos, because the results she got are truly unbelievable, and they're just, it's eye candy. So maybe this will be the start of my white. I could even throw this in there. My white waiting to be dyed pile. Okay, let's keep going. This is rather a thick thing. Now, do you remember when, can I get in there though? When those resin type things were all the rage. Now this has a big magnet on the back, intended to be, you know, stuck to your fridge or filing cabinet or whatever. Cute little image, you know, kind of detailed, well done. I would try to pry this. Oh, I moved things around, and I have a much further reach now for my tool caddy, or my little rolly thing. I would very carefully try to remove this, because you don't need that extra 1/8 inch of height when this is fairly thick on its own. So this is already, without the magnet, about 1/2 inch thick. So this obviously has to be a journal topper. That's the only use I can see for it. If you have another bright idea, let me know. So I would try to do that, obviously, without breaking it. These, again, I don't need stickers, but they were, I think they were something like 25 cents a package. So like that's not even 5 cents for each item. And I thought that they would, even though those are leaves, not snowflakes or anything, it seemed to me that this would be really beautiful on a silver and blue winter journal. And I'm starting to say winter and not Christmas. So I will open these packages, group these together, and deal with them that way. I don't remember where I got these patterns, but I look at them. I don't really care if they're old or new. I mean, this one I wish was in better shape. This looks ancient because of these illustrations, but in typical Butterick strategy, there is no date, but at least, you know, 2 3/4 babies are salvageable. So that's why I got that one. These are just cute kid ones, easy to fussy cut. Oh, 3 kid ones. Again, is there any need to circle this thing? No ruffle on bottom, small cape, something, small cape on jacket, whatever. And then bridesmaids or gowns. Okay, so there's that. Oh, this says life is too important to be taken seriously. So it's two old gals in inner tubes. Yeah, they look like they could be sisters. Yeah, this is a breast cancer type thing. So that's a good sentiment. That's cool. Okay, I have spoken about these before. They're called, the brand name is called Wally's. Oh, I see that I paid $5 for the two of them. It is unopened. And look at this one is hummingbirds. So 25 hummingbird Wallies. 25, I'm not going to try to say that, false-graph tea roses. So they are intended, well, they said that they're wallpaper cutouts, pre-pasted wallpaper, washable, strippable, use on walls, lamps, borders, frames, furniture, cabinets, and stationery. All you need is a wet sponge. Just wet the back and put them on. So these all look like the same size. Well, these are all pretty well similar in size. In the past, when I've had them, I've had pansies, I've had hydrangeas. What else? Maybe cherubs. Typically, there has been a variety of. Oh, good thing I've got those reflexes. Look at these. That's like somebody having fussy cut all these birds. Now, I'm not sure what these little dots are for. I will save, obviously, this, because those three could be fussy cut. This is a good piece of corrugated cardboard. Not sure what the intention was here, but I guess if I read it, I'll find out. But look at, that's like somebody fussy cut. Is it just two different styles? Or three? Three different poses. Is that not worth $2.50? So, again, if you see them, grab them. Let me just, maybe I should put this in here so I'm not picking up hummingbirds for the rest of the day. Okay, let's keep going, baby. Okay. This was, I got these two things plus some books from one of the organizations that had a table at that townwide garage sale. There was a time when and look what a cute little box. Is this not going to turn into a beautiful little journal cover? That wouldn't even need much decorating. What does that say? It includes deck of 74 cards. And just, look what that spine is so wide, but it would be just like almost 2 inches, 1 7/8. There was a time when I actually would, I bought a beautiful deck, or maybe two of tarot cards, and I was actually drawing them and seeing, doing a spread, for my own interest and amusement. 1996, running press. So what have we here? How to conduct a reading. Okay, so that's basically, how to lay it out. What's at hand? Past influences. Ponder this and what to do. So I haven't counted these, obviously. I haven't even really, oh, look at, no, these cards are 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. That's almost ATC size. Now these illustrations are a little bit, you know, whimsical, and maybe oh, half of them are bound to be upside down. Let's just accept that. You know, simplistic. Some of the other decks I have are a lot more beautiful, but that's immaterial. And then, of course, the cute little book that says, oh, if you get the King of Pentacles, blah, 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 or the Queen of Cups, or whatever. So, I don't know. Have I started a tarot card collection? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Okay. Cute box, as I said. And then an equally cute box is this one. The Love Fortune Cookie, a romantic keepsake. So it's this kind of a box, which again, wouldn't that, well, no, I guess that couldn't. I was going to say that could be a good cover as well, but you'd have to have, this would take some thinking, and I'm not going to waste time right now doing that. Let's see, can I do this without wrecking the paper? I mean, without tearing it? I'm going to have to make sure my cart is closer if I'm doing a video. So this looks like a silver, obviously not 925 silver, a silver fortune cookie. No calories in this one, kids. Oh, I'm surprised at the number of people who don't like fortunes, who don't like the taste of who don't like the taste of fortune cookies. You will make a serious commitment in the near future. I commit to finishing some journals. Even the odd duck finds a mate. Well, okay, I can fit myself in the odd duck category. So cute, cute, cute. And these two little well, let's just demo this. Put the fortune. I guess maybe you almost have to do it that way. Whoops, how do we get? Oh, you have to maybe put it. How do you do it so it's, or maybe you just want it just poking out of one side. So I will, you know, just add this to my little collection of cuteness. And then this is equally cool. This is nothing. Oh, that's where those two came from. Perforated fortunes. Love and arrogance do not make good bedfellows. Blessed are the faithful. Love is most nearly itself when here and now cease to matter. You are about to be pleasantly surprised. Like, who doesn't love the randomness of fortune cookies? Oh, and look, a whole bunch of blank ones. Those are all blank from there on. So I thought this was very cute. And, of course, what a cute little book. So let me just put this aside and keep going. You know, I have a thing about wallpaper borders. Some of you have received some from me in Happy Mail. I don't think I've ever put any together to sell, but I certainly could. This is 5 yards. Now see, I should actually be using my, but am I going to take the time? Probably not, because I want to see what I got here. A heat gun probably would have been smarter to remove this label, although it's coming off pretty nicely. Oh, there is a bit of glue residue. Okay. Oh, look at, wouldn't this have been great for my tree journals? Okay, this is clearly pretty tall. This is 10 1/4 inches tall. But look at, so more than likely what I would do with this is fussy cut around, because they all break the edge of the, see how they all break the edge of that box? So fussy cut around that, 5 1/4 by 7 and a bit. So that could easily be, you know, glued down to a page, or maybe be a pocket on one side or the other. And then, of course, a person could also cut or fussy cut or tear along this border top and bottom and have page edging. So what a score that was. You know, what I, oh, look, hazelnut. What I find, so this represents, this is the extent of the repeat. Wild cherry, sycamore, oak, and hazelnut. What I find the hardest about buying wallpaper borders like this is that if the package is sealed, which is kind of what you want, then typically it's a bit of a gamble as to what you're actually going to get, because you can't see. Now this, okay, this is gift wrap, 17 by 7 yards. And that's a Salvation Army tag, price tag, 99 cents. Oh, it's Christmas. Although, cover the word Noel up. Botanica Winter. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Eucalyptus, pine cones, some sort of berries, some holly. But this also is beautiful. And the magnolia. Oh, love it. Or even the words, Botanica. Oh, I missed the deer. But again, if you tore this up or cut this up as collage fodder, no, you know, nobody would know that that's a deer. So that was a score. Or, get this for a crazy thought, I could wrap a gift with it. Oh dear. Okay, we're making headway here. This, I like buying these kinds of packages of flowers. This is Floral Embellishment Portfolio Gifted Memories, because I never would have bought it brand new. And these are papery ones. And what's not to love about these colors? So we know that these things, whoops, could be layered to have a fuller flower. You know, just offset the petals a bit. Hold it together with a brad, or, you know, just glue them, stitch a bead through there, or use those, you know, flat back pearls or whatever. I even have some stamens, stamens that I have thrifted lately. And it doesn't hurt my feelings one little bit that there is purple in there. Now, we know that really in nature there are not really green flowers, but that could be disguised or altered with using one's ink pads or acrylic, or not acrylic spray, but spray, you know, the sort of the Ranger re-anchor type sprays. This I paid $1 for. It says, this is close to my heart. Oh, it looks like there's an empty spool in there. And when you have something like this, which is a cute little, I had finally got my nails done, but they're so short. There's a cute little bird on there. I don't know if you can see, plus a number. So, you know, I can just stick that there temporarily and use that on some kind of a thing that I'm decorating. Ugh. Okay, why would anyone keep an empty spool in there? I try to get rid of spools the minute I can. Does it say how much of each one we get? Designer chocolate. There doesn't appear to be very much on here. These, as you know, I will add to, well, in fact, if it's a very small quantity, I will just make it my business. I'll take them off the spools and I will just use them up and not fool around adding them to, oh yeah, look, that's not very much at all. Maybe it was started, but not fool around adding, wasting time putting them on my, okay, this one is sealed, this one, 2 empty spool. These 4 are sealed. Let's just open one up and see what we get for yardage or footage. Oh, I guess there is a little bit there. 46. There's about 4 feet. So that's not too shabby, I guess. Anyway, I'll just throw all this in the bin and deal with it later. If there is more than a little bit, then I will put it on the spools. The craft sticks. Love this. But I should have used my heat gun to get that label off. So now I've got that gluey stuff. Okay, this I bought from a guy who is always at these different, I see him everywhere. Every time a town has a sort of a town-wide thing, or even when an antique mall had their sidewalk sale, he was there. This is just essentially a label. And because I was buying a few things from him, he did give me a price break, but I'm telling you, it damn near killed him. It was kind of painful to watch, actually. And this, of course, I guess I should keep this in here for the time being. I could re-glue that, and, I end up with a pocket of some sort. So far, I have been slow or reluctant or forgetful in using these sorts of one-of-a-kind ephemera type things. But I do have to start, bite the bullet and start using it, because if I'm spending good money to get these things, then I had better use them. Now, this too was part of the bundle. BA was like a gas company, like a car fuel. BA was a gas station kind of thing. And they also had bulk fuel back in the day. So Frost Cop. So this, I said to him, so this was something that you'd wire onto a radiator or what? And basically, yeah, it looks like it says mixture in this radiator. Service record. So I don't totally know what it is, but is it not beautiful? And then there are these dairy producers. Oh, so this, oh, you know what? I just figured out what this is. This you would have tied onto the handle of your cream can, probably. Well, that's my theory. Somehow I'm kind of... There was a creamery in our town when I was a kid. But, you know, obviously, how much do kids care about creameries? So, Rush to shipped from. So, again, cool. But I have to say, when you've kind of paid antique prices for these things, the impulse to hoard is that much stronger. And I do have these nabob type coupons. I also got this from the same guy. I just added more to my collection. Nabob coupons, I didn't even open the package, obviously, to see what there is. But they are very cool in that they were included in products. Okay, good in Canada only. So that's why when I've sent this to American friends, they seem to be a bit confused by what it is that they're seeing, because it's like, is that a Sasquatch? Is that Ogopogo? So essentially, I think they're virtually all printed on both sides. Now, they do have a bit of a residue to them because, of course, they were just thrown into a package of whatever. So let's see what some of the things were. So Nabob, of course, had made, or maybe, I guess still does make coffee. No idea. I think these were kind of the 50s, perhaps, and you see they have serial numbers on them, so isn't that makes them precious all on their own. This is jams and marmalades, and the coupons had different values. So that's a 1, that's a 2. You can see they're different colors. I don't know why this one has a hole punched in it, but this is from tea bags. Now these are more, you know, they're almost have a plasticine sized feeling to them. So still cute, but probably less desirable to my taste. Instant coffee. So I will add this to my collection. And you know, if you are interested in something like this, I do have some in my, where? Maybe Maker's Market? Or is it Etsy? I'm not sure. Any of the places that I'm selling stuff, so coffee shop, peanut butter was another one. Any place that I'm selling stuff is always listed in the description box, as is my email address, if you ever need to reach out to me for whatever reason. Okay, so I was happy to add these to my collection at a somewhat reasonable price, because sometimes you can buy them, but you pretty well have to give up your firstborn child. And I think that his family would, I mean, his kids would object to that if I tried to get to do that. Okay, so let's put these things away. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're at the 43-minute mark. So maybe I'll just finish with these few items, and we'll leave the books for the next one. Now, let me just, well, I'll leave that for the last. This is just, this is Strathmore paper. This, I think, came from a reuse type center where you never know what you're going to get, but it's a gorgeous color. It's textured, and you know. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, I can't go. I'm not done. I've got a whole other thing here right in front of me. Let's speed things up. This is just some white cardboard, or not cardboard, more like a heavier cardstock. Someone must have done a project. I didn't realize this was on the back of it, but I suppose if I loved these images, I could salvage that, but I thought I was picking up scrapbooking paper. So it's hard to say. How was this? Oh, just a glue stick probably, and that barely hanging on. Okay. And then look at this. It's the king. Was he not a handsome guy? So this is 1989. I don't know why this little sticker is here, but anyway, 1989 or 1980? 1989. Hollywood nostalgia. I didn't even flip through because I thought if the only good image here is Elvis, then it's worth taking it. Look at those spotlights. Art Deco type building. Ooh, Maryland. Who was this? Clark Gable? Why is there? There's a sticker on there. I probably can't see it, but because maybe I should do it this way. And you'll have to just you have to lie down to watch this video so you can see it right side up. I don't know why are there, see these little stickers? Canadian Wildlife Federation. I'm going to have to salvage those. And look at, they come off so beautifully. I didn't know those were there. Okay, so Clark Gable. I think that's who that is. Oh, James Dean. Oh. Who is the guy? I can see him. Is that Humphrey Bogart? Oh, yeah, right there. Are their names all on here? No, I guess not. He was with Katharine Hepburn in that Casablanca, wasn't it? Oh, Elvis. Marlon Brando, is that a young Marlon Brando? James Dean. Another little stamp. Paul Newman. That was before the salad dressing days. Isn't it ironic that I can remember some of these guys that are either, dead or really old, and don't have any clue who some of the current people are. Marilyn, Elvis, Jimmy Dean. That, I like that very much. Okay, so there's that. And then this is, it's signed by Willy Wong. At some point it cost $20. Oh, it's a print, okay. Now, Willy Wong is a local Edmonton artist, watercolorist, instructor, manages a framing company, a framing store. I see now that he was born in Malaysia, Borneo, the land of the headhunters. I remember taking a watercolor course from him. He's a well-known it's just a bit of his bio there saying, some of his education, what he's done, and where some of his art pieces are the collections that they're in. So obviously I paid far less for this, and I love it. I have a weakness for poppies, particularly red poppies. I've painted poppies. I love poppies, and it is, sort of that Ukrainian thing. Not so sure I love the background, to be honest, but I could easily fussy cut around the petals and the pods and the leaves, and you know, recreate this in my own style. So happy to have that. I do have something else of Willy Wong's, to be honest. Okay, now it's preventing me from getting close to my desk, so you'd think I'd remember it was there. This will also came from the Reuse Center, and this is, I would say, that's the slogan of FTD, which is a flower, you know, sending service. Really attractive, fussy tear that, all these bouquets of flowers. So it looks like two different things that just repeat. So there's a chunk of that. I found some of these. Now, I don't know what this is. It almost has a waxy feel to it. It says sham, I think, sham. So I don't know if this was intended to be used with a food product, you know, as part of the packaging, but butterflies and flowers and berries, like what more could you ask for? There will be a few more sheets of this as I dig through this thing. I'll take this off its spool. This is obviously like a Christmas trim, and it looks like it came from Dollarama initially. So it was a okay, oh, they're calling it tinsel ribbon. It would have been $3 to begin with. These spools make me crazy. Oh, it had 23 yards on it. Now, I suppose, well, I could use these in some way. You know, cut them in half, and you've got two. And you got two halves. I don't know how long I'll keep it, honestly. You know, there's sometimes you just have to say bye-bye. And this is a very thick, hard spool, so it's not like a toilet paper roll that you could easily reuse. And I don't have the space or the patience, frankly, to use these original spools because they take up so much space. So I think, well, maybe I'll keep the cardboard. I love, as we know, I love copper. So this will probably just be hung from some fishing line during, you know, the Christmas season. It's got a little doohickey here for attaching. Now, there may be the odd thing missing, but frankly, I don't know if that's even noticeable. If it is, I could just take, no, not there. I do have a copper colored thing that I could touch to there just to get rid of the contrast. My Christmas decorations tend to be copper. Now, I'm not sure why I grabbed this. It's part of, I think that's Frozen, isn't it? I have no idea what that girl's name is. But aren't these cool? These little pom-pommy type things? And they're on, so, well, and the colors too, of course. So this probably would have been something that you hang as a party decoration or whatever. What am I going to do with this? I don't know. I suspect that I will be, okay, so these things are attached to an 1/8 inch ribbon, satin ribbon. But could you not see this being used? Now, how is this held together? Oh, see, it's like, okay, pretend you had a grass skirt and then just wound it onto itself, and this is just like glued together here. So a person could find the end, like remove that tape, cut this open, and then reuse it in sort of that grass skirt type fringe. But I kind of just like the idea of using this on a journal. Of course, you'd probably have to trim it, like give it a haircut. Should we sacrifice this light blue one just to see? And, you know, this also could be obviously used in a kid's or, well, I mean, anywhere. It could be stuck into a pocket or used as on the cover. Okay, so we have two options here. Maybe first I'll no, what should I do first? Okay, we know what a grass skirt would look like, so why don't I just give it a haircut? But, sorry, I'm out of camera, but I want this to go straight into my garbage as opposed to all over the desk, and then I'm chasing it around. Now, I cut off anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch so far. Now it's still, okay, it's still about 6 inches wide. So to be on a journal cover, let's just reach for some. This is my planner, but so the nice thing about this is that if it got flattened, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And it could easily be cut down some more if a person really wanted to. Whoopsie. On a bigger book, it maybe even looks a little more in proportion. Okay, so I'm happy about that. And again, a lot of this stuff only makes sense if you get it for next to nothing or nothing. Even better if it's nothing. Okay, so that's that. Now let's keep going here. A ribbon remnant wired. I'd probably, well, I won't pull out the wires till I know what I'm doing with it. Doing with it. Great width for a belly band, and this lends itself to, say, a Christmas journal or, well, a red and gold boho journal. So there's that, a pocket or whatever, in which case you'd probably want to leave the wire in because it helps firm it up and stabilize it. This was, so this was, obviously somebody had gotten this on a gift. They donated the ribbon and that candy-shaped card. I will wrap this around a craft stick tongue depressor type thing. You can get a lot of this sheer type ribbon on there without too much bulk. Now, this could be, okay, to Brenda from Fern, thank you for making music. A person could obviously use this as a cluster or as a dangle, and the fact that there's some writing on the back probably adds to its charm. Here is another, okay, this was on a box of chocolates, obviously. Okay, what do I sacrifice? Oh, that's just a twist tie. I would say let's undo the ribbon. Because this little thing could also be a dangle or something. What is going on here? Anyway, I will fight with this on my own time. Oh, look, an elastic. I've never seen that. This must have been around a box. That's cool. Why couldn't a person do that around a journal? Now, this is too big for this particular journal, but the concept is a good one. Even if it's only for presentation purposes, and then the recipient takes it off never to use it again, or just salvages the parts of it and uses them however they want to. So there's, you know, about that much surplus, but I might have to put that into an idea book just to remember. Because, you know, sometimes I come up with these things as I'm talking to you, never to have them enter my head again. This is some more wired ribbon. Now it has sort of that Christmassy feel to it. But there is no reason why, if a person, because it's got this cool pattern with apples and grapes and cherries, a person could take that gold edging off and just use it in a, you know, even like a gardening type journal, because that's all produce. And if the gold was removed, even though there's some gold around the elements, it would look less holiday and more gardeny. Gardeny? That's probably a word. Okay. I know you're going to be totally shocked that I grabbed some gift wrap, because you know I absolutely hate gift wrap. Oh, there's another one of those. Another few of those. That could be very beautiful just as a signature page. So I have 4 of those. This color has been appearing in my life quite a bit lately, so I'm thinking that I need to start doing something with that color. Okay. Now, there must have been 2 of these where somebody made their own little homemade. So this is a piece of, obviously, gift wrap. Don't we love the ones that have the cutting lines at the back? There's another one in a different colorway that I recently used on a master board. This one doesn't say Christmas, it says winter, because it's got spruce trees with snow on them and little tiny flakes. So this could easily be in a winter journal. This, I don't shop at Holt Renfrew, don't have enough money to do that. I don't know if these are their colors, but to me this looks vintage. Like you can see the discoloration from where this would have been taped or glued shut. And it just seems like I'm not leaving that behind. I thought this was nice because of those blushy colors. It says Happy Anniversary. Again, there are ways to, if you tore it up as a, for collage fodder, though that would become unreadable, or you cover it up with another element and you are golden. I like these. Now this would have been, oh yeah, this is wedding paper because there are the rings. But it's old-fashioned. It's like embroidery, crewel or regular embroidery. Easy peasy, because the cutting lines are all there if you wanted to just make little square elements to put someplace or other. Or again, if you like the colors as a whole, cut them up and use them as, oh, see, I forgot this was in there. Is this not cool? These are little fabrics that have been put on these. See, I don't know anything about quilting, but they've obviously been cut into 2, 4, 6 hexagon-shaped things. Cute as can be with the little teacups. And then, I don't know if you can see, let's pick a darker color. See the basting stitch there? And that code must mean something to the person doing it. So, okay, if I wanted to, what's holding these guys together? But because all this work has been done, what a person should probably do is just stitch around it, you know, around all the sides. And again, let's use my Exhibit A here. Again, you have to pretend it's the right color. Add something or other here, and you've got a very beautiful, handmade looking closure. Attach a grommet there and a grommet. Oh, mind you, you'd have to do something about the back. Cover it up with scrapbooking paper, fussy cut around so that, you know, you maintain the hexagon shape, and add an eyelet there and an eyelet there, and use some ribbon, and oh my goodness, that's beautiful. These aren't the cutest snowmen I've ever seen, but I do love snowmen, so that will go with Christmas stuff. Here is some old poinsettia paper. I don't know if there was a name. I don't know what it is. If there was a special name for this kind of paper that is kind of pebbly. I've had this in this type of paper in a number of designs over the years, and it is, I don't know, it says old to me, and I think it is old. Obviously love the color, and this is that stuff that is almost like tissue paper but not quite. Oh, so this would have been an assortment here. So a few different patterns. Oh, so there's one that's more like paper, and then these that are more tissue-y. They almost, and I know I say this every time I show paper like this, but it almost feels like waxy. Yeah, I don't like that. But if I ripped it up, you'd never know that it was that pattern. So I'll add that to my wall gift wrap thing. Look at this blue. And again, oh, we're not saying what it is. We just know it's a special day. But for the right colored, if you needed this blue, you've got it, baby. It is so eye-catching. So I will add this to my blue basket. Okay, we're almost done, people. Sorry it's taken so long, but I rediscovered this stuff. This will go quickly. These are used bags. So this, obviously because of the color and the striped, that strié look. Purdy's chocolates. I don't imagine you can guess why I picked that one. This one looks like, and this is just a wine bottle, so it's a bag for a wine bottle. So you can imagine why, or this is like mulberry paper, so that's beautiful. This is black and white, MAC Cosmetics. Plain old white. Another wine one with an oversized wine glass and a wine label. I've had this one before, not because I bought the chocolates, but just because I've seen this before. Again, love the colors. It's sort of got that plasticized feeling to it, but wouldn't that make a very resilient and strong and resilient synonyms? Journal cover, and this cute little round tag here. This is gorgeous because I love that pattern. A little gold one. A little G&B Confections. Well, this looks like a slipcase that would have gone over a box. But, hey, where is it joined? Oh, right here. Take this apart, or I was going to say take this apart, and you've got a journal cover, a great size of a journal cover, 7 1/4 by 5, almost 6. But maybe in hindsight, it's better to keep this. Oh, it's only halfway. I was going to say where it's a double thickness, maybe it makes more sense to let that be the spine side and cut this single thickness away. This is not something a person would necessarily be, probably not at all, wanting to save. So that would be fine. Or if you did want to, because it's almost unreadable from some angles. Yeah, I think I have to add this to where I keep my potential journal covers. And then these are little boxes from, apparently, I guess, whatchamacallit, lenses, contact lenses. Now they're printed inside, but look at, great color. Oh, there's this perforation here. Well, that's fine. Now we'd end up with that little missing notch there. But that could be disguised as well. So this would be the panel you would remove, and of course those top and bottom. And that is where we stop today, my lovelies. If you have stuck it out to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate your attention. And of course, if I were just showing you, isn't that dandy? If I were just showing you objects, this would have gone a lot quicker. But if I am talking about possibilities of how to use these thrifted items, which I think is more useful to everyone, the video gets longer. And hopefully, it's something that you appreciate seeing and hearing. I will stop there. I will thank you for your presence, your time, your attention, your thumbs up, your subscriptions, and your comments. We will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.